Greetings, this is KeithUAPC and welcome to a Hearthstone arena run with commentary provided by yours truly, KeithUAPC. Now this run, I feel like the rogue is going to be my ticket to the win. I remember one of my earlier runs, I got backstabbed to death, and my hope now is I backstab the opponent to death. So I'll start things off with the SI7 agent. It's pretty good at taking board control. You can play it early, hopefully with the free card like backstab, or maybe coin it out. It can really start dominating the board for you. Betrayal versus Mad Bomber. I like them both, but I gotta take the Betrayal here. It's a pretty handy card. As much respect as I have for the Bomb, he's not the card. Ah, Backstab, the aforementioned Backstab. Getting removal for free, it really helps you take early game board control. The Deadly Poison's pretty good value. It's really a lot like the Warriors Fiery War Axe. Kind of the same kind of deal, except it essentially costs 3 mana instead of 2 mana, just slightly worse. Now it's Shattered Sun Cleric or a second Betrayal. Now I do like Betrayal, but I don't like loading up on copy multiples of the same card, and Shattered Sun Cleric is pretty good. But that said, I'm still gonna take a second Betrayal. I just really like Betrayal. Betrayal. Round at the top end of my curve with Boulderfist Ogre. He's not just the top end, he's way out there. He went deep. But now I'm working towards him with the Silverhand Knight, that is. Fairy Dragon, Harvest Golem, they're both pretty respectable, but I like Harvest Golem. I find it, of the 3 drops, he's a bit more relatively strong against the other 3 drops than the Fairy Dragon is compared to 2 drops. If I wind up with alternate 2 drops over Fairy Dragon, that's okay. Grab the Yeti here. Yeti's just one of my favoriteest cards. Sprint is kind of meh. I don't really like that kind of dedication to card draw, though. I'd rather just be committing stuff to the board early on than drawing cards on turn 7. You probably win or lose the game on the early turns, right? I mean, if you fall behind early, odds are wasting your 7th turn to draw a bunch of cards isn't going to help you. The Sunwalker is actually a really good card, but I still like the Defender of Argus more. It just has more immediate board impact. Alright, well, now here's an awkward choice, because I'm definitely not taking Sinister Strike. That's not on my radar. And as much as I don't like Sprint, to be honest, Booty Bait Bodyguard is pretty low on the list of things I want to do as well. Honestly, I should be doing better stuff on turn 5 than playing him. So, because he's just such a weak play, I think I will take the greedier play and have the Sprint. I'm not too sure about that, but kind of keeps my late game options open. Dark Scale Healers, they're pretty reasonably good 5-drop. I'm going to grab the other Boulderfist Ogre. I got a pretty strange curve here for the Rogue deck. Not really thought was going to happen. Grab the Stampeding Kodo here. It's kind of a meh card. I actually don't really like it that much. Far too often, I'm just not able to get any value out of the battle cry from it, which is why I don't value it as highly as I perhaps ought to. This is a bit of an awkward pack, because honestly I don't like any of these cards, but I feel that, I don't know, maybe the Stormwind Knight is better than the Oasis Snapjaw. Is charge really worth the loss of 2 health? Probably it is. I feel the charge is worth the loss of 2 health in this case. You don't need a 2-7. That thing's just got way too much life. Alright, a choice between a second Silverhand Knight or a second Harvest Golem. I like both of them quite a bit, but I gotta feel that rounding out the earlier part of your curve is just more important. So I'm gonna grab the Harvest Golem. I'm pretty happy to grab a Loot Order here. That's what I need for a 2-drop. I'm kind of lacking on them. And another 2-drop I don't think will go miss. You definitely don't want 2 sprints. There's almost no circumstance where I would pick a second sprint. And the healer's reasonable, but 2 drops are important, and it's one of the better 2 drops right there. Again, I don't like the Snapjaw. Razorfen Hunter is, I'm not super fond of it, but it's a reasonable card, much more reasonable than the alternatives in that pack. Here, Worgen Infiltrator is definitely the pick. Stealth just helps it survive, get pinged by hero powers, and make sure it can trade with something at some point. Well, I'm not too sure about this one, because I guess I7 Agent is a really good card. I'm not that experienced, really, compared to some of the other people who play a lot more than me. I mean, I play a bit of Hearthstone, but this is only really like my 3rd or my 4th Rogue draft. So I'm not sure how to value the class-specific rare against the neutral rare. I'm leaning towards the class-specific rare. It might be a mistake, but I just feel that 3 mana cards are in general so much more versatile that I've got to take it. And they're even really pretty similar if you think about it, because the combo 2 damage, that's kind of like having charge. It's like this guy also has charge and divine shield, but he only does 2 damage instead of 4. But in exchange, he just costs a lot less. I gotta feel that's the stronger card. Well, I did say there's no circumstance in which I'd pick a second sprint, and I wouldn't want to make myself a liar, which means I have to take the Nightblade or the Tauren Warrior. Excuse me, my voice is going out. And of those two, the Nightblade is honestly pretty bad. So's the Tauren Warrior. I don't know, sometimes the Tauren Warrior can work out though, so I'll take him. Occasionally he's a decent card. Flesh-Eating Ghoul versus Eviscerate. I am kind of a Flesh-Eating Ghoul fanboy. He just appeals to the side of me that says, this mini gets bigger and bigger, he can be huge. Well, yes, he can be huge, and sometimes he is, don't get me wrong, but you gotta like the Eviscerate instead. 4 damage for 2 mana is pretty awesome value, and it can also finish heroes off if you need it to. A third Betrayal? Do you really want 3 Betrayals in a draft? It is a pretty good card. And it seems a bit greedy to try and take 3 Betrayals, but I don't know, I'll try it out. Maybe it'll bite me in the ass, because it is a situational card, and loading up on multiples of the same situational card is generally not a good thing, but it's just so powerful, I think, that I'm going to do it. Grab Second Warrior and Infiltrator. I'm happy to have a couple good 1-drops. That's nice. I usually want 2 good 1-drops. The Brewmaster here is pretty reasonable. I don't think I really got much. I got a couple Battlecry guys. I actually have more Battlecry than I thought I did, so might actually get some value out of him. Grab the Ringleader here over the Ooze. I actually haven't been having Ooze like any of my past drafts. I'm just not really valuing it as highly as I probably should, but I think Device Ringleader is higher. On the value chain, a third Worgen Infiltrator. Wow, I guess it's thematic for a Rogue Delph deck because of stealth. A second Backstab, I'm pretty pleased with that. It's a good combo enabler for my Device Ringleader and my SI7 agent. Second Eviscerate, sure, absolutely. I could have taken the Ooze, but wasn't feeling the Ooze. And I think Perdition's Blade is probably better than Abomination. It's a bit iffy, but a pretty reasonable deck. Early on I picked a lot of high-end cards, and I was worried that my curve wouldn't work out, but I was able to transition into a pretty nice-looking curve. That's about right, I think. Just with the sprint there. The only thing I'm not too sure about is the sprint. It's a bit awkward. I'll be surprised if I actually play it and it's good in any of my games, compared to if it were just hypothetically like, you know, another Boulder Fist Ogre, or just some big card that actually is good. I mean, when you play a big expensive card, you want it to do something other than fill your hand. That's pathetic, but oh well. This opening hand seems a little bit ridiculous. I guess I'm not too sure about. Yeah, I guess I won't keep Boulder Fist Ogre. Hopefully, get a slightly cheaper card. Yeah, Betrayal. I've actually gonna play out my hand pretty quick here. We'll see. Hopefully, I don't get Arcane Explosion. Coining into the Ringleader, the dreaded Rogue turn 1 play that everyone fears. I got all 3 of my Worgen Infiltrators. This is a strange opening hand. I got pretty much all my low mana stuff. I would like to transition kind of into an SI7 agent at some point. So one of my guys gets hero powered off. I mean, that's somewhat okay. Hopefully I don't get Arcane Explosion. That would stink quite severely, but these are the risks we take. The only somewhat awkward thing is I'm probably not going to leave myself with anything to combo off with. I think Arcane Explosion is 2 mana, or is it just 1 mana? I don't even remember. But I think... I almost... You know what, I'm not going to cast the Worgen Infiltrator here. I'm saving it just to enable my my SI7 agent. Assuming I can cast the SI7 agent because my hand seems to have bugged out. which is unfortunate. So yeah, there's a 2-drop that I can kill with my SI7 agent. I'm pretty glad that I decided to save my guy. And if he's got like an Arcane Explosion, I'll be super glad I decided to save my guy. But it looks like the Arcane Explosion's not going to happen. Still though, the main reason I did was just to be a combo enabler. So, whoa, my hand is super. What the hell? Whoa, this is weird. Alright. Well, despite a bit of weirdness, I managed to play the cards I wanted to play. I'll save the extra charge on the hero weapon. It's kind of funny because when I mouse over cards, like right here, you see where my mouse is? It's definitely over Betrayal, but it looks like the game thinks it's over Defender of Argus, but if I actually click, when I click it's on Betrayal. It's like the game is trolling me. Alright, so he's eating up my 1-drops with his Fire Blast thing, but he's getting pretty low in action.
I can't play that.
And I actually have both of my Eviscerates in hand, which is pretty handy. Ha 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 ha.
Here we go.
Sure, I'll whack him. So I'm pretty close to having lethal, really. Because I can even Betrayal, even if he doesn't play any minions, Betrayal just as a combo enabler for my Eviscerates. Or I mean, even if he plays 1 minion. If he plays no minions, then I can't Betrayal. He thinks he's dead, and he is right.
Well played.
I don't think he played a single minion all game. Which is not exactly the path to victory. Strictly speaking, I should have played the Fairy Dragon before the first Eviscerate, but no need. There we have it. Alright. Tempted to keep the Eviscerate, or even a second Harvest Golem, but I'm going to throw them both away. 2 Harvest Golems is okay, because you can always coin into one of them on turn 2 if you don't really come up with any better plays. Which I may not. I may end up just using my weapon on turn 2, or just coining into the first one. We'll see. I do have a Worgen Infiltrator, which is nice because it actually can't be Fiery War Axed. No Fiery War Axing my minion today, or you know, doing one of the things that deals 1 damage to it in order to give it extra damage. Huh. This is slightly awkward because I could coin. I really don't know what I want to do here, because I could coin in the SI7 agent, which wastes his battle cry, while it does 2 damage to the enemy hero. I could coin into the Harvest Golem. I guess I'm just going to coin into the Harvest Golem, which is really awkward because it... You know what, I'm just going to use my hero power. Maybe it's not the right play, but I don't know, I just didn't want to waste the combos of my stuff, and I don't know, maybe I'm bad, we'll see. Even maybe attacking with my Worgen wasn't a correct play, because now it opens him up to being hit by things like that right there. Oh well. Oh well, next turn I will be able to do a strong play. I'll be able to coin Eviscerate and SI7 agent. So that should hopefully put me back in a good position. We'll see what he has got though. Even if he plays like a Chillwind Yeti, the Eviscerate plus the hero power could take that out. Hello.
This guy's toast.
Here we go.
aforementioned line of play worked out pretty well. I kind of threw away the last charge of my weapon, which is something I'm normally not inclined to do, but I have a deadly poison in hand, which means I kind of want to have a 2 durability weapon and use the deadly poison on it. That's kind of why I did that. Hopefully he plays something I can use my Kodo on. That would be nice. Like the charge guy, the warlord. Or, you know, things like the Acolyte of Pain, whatever. Because that's what I would like to do on my turn, is play the Kodo. But if there's nothing to Kodo, then it's a no-go. Hey, there's something to Kodo. So it looks like I will get value out of Kodo this game. Not super value. Well, okay. So play the Kodo, and I guess I have to trade with his Knife Juggler. Can't leave Knife Jugglers on the board. I've fallen into a bit of a card disadvantage here. Well, not really. We both have 5 cards. It's pretty even. If I keep taping low, he's not going to be able to get much use of his weapon. So he hits my Kodo and executes it. Okay. Huh. I guess here I have to play the weapon, deadly poison, kill the minion. Kind of wasting the battle cry from the SI7 agent, but oh well. I had to play minion, and that was really the only minion I could play. We're in a similar position. We'll both have 4 cards on our turn. We both have a weapon. My weapon's a little bit better. And I've still got a 3-3 just like before. The board kind of reset. I did a bit of damage to him though. Alright, the Worgen. My weapon can actually kill that, so it doesn't help him a great deal. Here I definitely think the Defender of Argus is the play. You can also play the Boar. You can knock out the Worgen. You can also knock out the other guy. He's obviously going to want to finish my SI7 agent off with his weapon unless he's got one of those 1 damage tricks. But that was a really favorable turn for me because now we'll both have 3 cards, but you can see that my board really grew. Gaining advantage. Uh-oh. What did I say? Gaining advantage. Well, hopefully my biggest guy lives. That is arguably my biggest guy, so there's that. I never expect Brawl. Well, I always kind of worry about it, but I didn't think it was going to happen. But that time it did. I'm at the point where I will start weaponing them every turn just because I'm running out of mana, or I'm running out of cards, which means I will have lots of mana to be able to afford to use it every single turn. So I don't need to worry about saving a charge because I'll always have the mana to recast it. Game really slowed down a bit, eh? No one's really done much damage in the past while. We'll see, does he got Slam? Slam would be a good card for him. He'll draw him 2 cards. Then he can finish off with the weapon. Yeah, that's a good play. I approve. You get a cookie, sir. And cleave even. That's fine since it draws him a card. Saves his weapon. He's really holding on to that weapon, isn't he? Well, I gotta feel that I want to smack this guy. And I want to play the charge guy. I'm actually gonna recycle my Boulder Fist Ogre.
Here we go.
And like I said, I'm not afraid to use my weapon over and over and over. So decent value from the Brewmaster. I mean, it sucks having to recast the Boulder Fist over, but a 6/1 isn't of much use. Alright, looks like I can at least Betrayal the Squire. That's not good value for Betrayal, it's only killing half of a card, but... Alright, now it's pretty good Betrayal value. The only bad news is I think I'll end up wishing that I had saved my hero power. Because I need one more damage after the Betrayal onto the Taz-Dingo. I suppose I could always backstab it. Yeah, I'm gonna well, no, this is 6-2. Why would I backstab it? That'd just be silly. Betrayal that I said I may pick too many of. Getting some pretty decent value in. The hero weapon coming in. Even the backstab is going to be somewhat useful. And I can afford to replay the Boulder Fist over. So barring another brawl, I should be in a good spot. And who gets 2 brawls in one arena, I ask you? Looks like I've got him. Even if I don't, my deck has Eviscerates in it, right? So hopefully those can do some damage to get him into the end zone. I think I used one Eviscerate already though, didn't I? And Eviscerate is a top deck, that is its weakness. When you run out of card, it's not that good. I guess I kind of want that sprint now. So there's a reason you want sprint. When you get into this late game and you played all your cards, it's a decent top deck. Alright. Alright, well, as far as opening hands go, this one's pretty bad. I'm gonna throw everything away. Normally if I have a 3-drop, I'll keep it in my opening hand just to make sure I can do something on turn 3, but honestly that 3-drop is so bad I don't even want to keep it. End up with the Harvest Golem instead, which is a lot better. This opening hand's pretty good, especially having the backstab plus SI7 agent. Both of the cards are really good, and the synergy between them is actually pretty amazing. Well, I guess I'm going to backstab his Mana Worm here. Which is a bit unfortunate because it means I can't combo out the SI7 agent, but I just don't want to leave that on the board. And I'm almost tempted to... You know what, I'm not going to attack the Worgen Infiltrator. It just opens me up to getting fire blasted. And I just don't want to open myself up to that line of play. There's an Eviscerate, which I unfortunately can't quite afford. But drop the Harvest Golem, it's a pretty good card. Knock out one of those little imps. Things are going reasonably well, and this is why Worgen Infiltrator is usually ranked as one of the higher 1-drops, I guess, by a lot of people. It's just because you can play him and save him. He's like your shaved knuckle in the hole. And if you know what that's a reference to, then I give you a +1 thumbs up. Alright. This is slightly awkward because I can combo out the SI7 agent, however he just doesn't do enough damage to kill sort of the priority targets that I want. I can also combo out the Eviscerate, which would kill one of the guys I would like to kill. I guess I want to Eviscerate this guy. Yeah, screw that guy. Now, I say that you can have one Worgen Infiltrator on the board, but having 2 on the board is, you know, kind of risky business. I'm going to knock out his 1/1. Now I'm really weak to an Arcane Explosion. But I don't think many people pick Arcane Explosion that highly. Even Arcane Missiles, though, which is a bit of a higher pick, would kind of boat me over. I don't really mind getting hero powered. His Master got some pretty good value. Oh, now that I mind. Just how much the Zip Master got pretty good value. It goes back to the hand to get super mega value. Gonna drop the Squire here. I'm almost tempted to continue. You know what, at this point, if he wants to Fire Blast my guys, I've decided I'm okay with it. He can't Fire Blast them both, and it prevents him from doing a stronger play. He can Fire Blast plus Imp Master if he really wants, but I'm thinking now he should really, like, Fire Blasting it just puts him behind. So I don't mind it terribly that he's Fire Blasting anymore. I was going to drop the 2 small guys, but I guess Boulder Fist Ogre is the right play here.
If you insist.
So I've got, the reason I'm not really minding is because I keep having these 2-1s on the board, right? When you've got 1-2-1 on the board, you don't want to get Fire Blasted, but when you already have one, having another is just not such a big deal. So I get Blizzarded, that kind of sucks. He's got to follow up Flame Strikes, and that super sucks. But I'm not really going to play around it.
This guy's toast.
I'm just going to charge boldly forward. Even if I do get Flame Strike, I still at least have a Boulder Fist Ogre and a damaged Golem on the board. Hope I can start playing Betrayal before I draw more Betrayals. It really is a situational card. I really shouldn't have taken that many Betrayals. Alright. So the Fireball, he just spends his turn killing some of my board, but he doesn't get all of it. But now I really am getting quite weak to potential Flame Strike.
Here we go.
If he does start sweeping my board, I can only hope that the Betrayals help me come back into it. But Betrayals aren't that great at making comebacks because they only kill some of the stuff. They won't do all of the work for you. They only kind of get you halfway there.
I have no time for
The rest of the journey, you're on your own. Huh, Sylvanas. Well, that's certainly a problem. Well, I guess I just go to the face here.
Here we go.
And as I mentioned before, I'm gonna have so much mana just to keep replaying my daggers over and over and over and over and over. My Sylvanas play might be just hoping that I can kill the mage before I kill Sylvanas. I mean, when you think about it, the mage is at 10 life, Sylvanas is at 5. There's not much of a difference between the two of them. Huh, Secret, eh? Do I go for the throat? It's tempting. The eviscerates in my deck kind of make me wanna. I'm at such high health. Well, may as well see if I can find a secret. 8 armor, eh? Not sure how that changes things. If I kill the Sylvanas, he gets my Golem. I could... You know what, I think I am going to kill this Golem. Use my weapon to get the other part of it. I'm not going straight for the throat. The ice armor kinda made me not want to go balls deep on him. I think I am going to have to kill this Sylvanas somehow. She's pretty OP. What can you do? The War Golem's a problem. So I guess the time to kill Sylvanas is upon me.
For honor.
Goodbye, Sylvanas. You kicked my ass. Huh.
Here we
I almost don't want to play the SI7 agent here. If my opponent's smart, he just won't play anything. He's like, well, if you're not going to play anything while I've got a 7-7 on the board, why should I play anything? There's just no need. It looks like he doesn't feel that way.
Sometimes I forget things.
Yowza. Alright. Let me see. So I can betrayal. I'm frozen, that's important to remember as well, because I was about to say that I can use my hero power to kill something, but I cannot.
So many options.
I'm not too sure about this one. I might betrayal the middle guy, actually. Doesn't kill anyone, which is awkward.
This guy's toast.
This guy can. Yeah, now that I think about it more, that was a mistake, wasn't it? I'm gonna use my hero power. Even though I already had a 1-2 weapon. Yeah, that was awkward because... yeah, I could have, instead of... basically it was my choice. Do I want to have a 2-5 or 3-3 spell power? Honestly, I don't think it really mattered. I think either way, I'm pretty much going to lose this game. Not even sprint can save me. That's too bad. And down I go. Alright, so hopefully I do better this game. I mean, really I'm not that disappointed with my last game. I'm gonna mulligan the betrayal here. I couldn't deal with the Sylvanas. But I mean, in fairness, Sylvanas is just a really hard card to deal with. So I'm not too disappointed that she kicked my butt. Looks like I get the betrayal back, which is not that unlikely considering how many of them I have. Probably just the Worgen Infiltrator here. Yep, seems reasonable. And again, I'm against one of the classes that can ping my 2-1. So I'm not going to de-stealth them right away. Maybe I will though, actually. I take it all back. If I'm going to play a loot order, you may as well just de-stealth your guy. Yep. No stealth today. Like I said, if you got 1-2-1, keep it stealthed. If you already have a 2-1 on the board, you may as well have 2. That's what I believe, at least. May not be correct. Uh-oh. We're finding out why it may not be correct. Huh. Surprised he used Moonfire on that one instead of just using his hero power. So it wasn't actually that bad. I mean, I only really lost 1 card, and he used 1 card to kill it. So I mean, that looked pretty bad, but in all honesty, that was not a bad turn for me. Here. Just not sure what my follow-up's gonna be is the only thing. It's a bit awkward because it's almost like just using my weapon is the best play, eh?
Here we go.
It's pretty weak, but I don't know, maybe I need to be more aggressive because I am going up against a druid and they've just got so many big, huge late game minions. And if I had drafted some assassinates, I would have a way to deal with that, but without assassinates, it's kind of a problem for me. Got a lot of ways to do 2 damage, eh?
So many options.
But I think I'm just gonna play the Knight and the Backstab
Here we go.
and the Hero Attack. I had a whole slew of ways to do 2 damage there, but I think that was my best way. I still have more ways to do 2 damage. I've got the SA7 Agent and the Perdition's Blade in my hand, both of which I can play next turn with the coin, comboing out both of them.
What you want?
There's almost no real need to play both, though. Let me think. Well, I guess it's kind of nice, yeah, to have both of them, isn't it? Well, no. The Perdition's Blade alone does essentially what I need, doesn't it? So I think I'm just going to play the Harvest Golem and the Perdition's Blade. Make sure I use this Perdition's Blade correctly. Wouldn't be the first person to do it wrong. Wouldn't be the last person. Pretty good. Alright, that guy's actually not very good against my board. Not very good at all. That's a pretty weak play in this position, in this situation. He's just thinking if he even wants to attack, and he's going to, but doesn't get him a whole lot, to be frank. So. I could use my weapon. Don't have a ton of good plays here. I think I'm just going to attack him, use my hero power, use deadly poison, and use the SI7 agent to knock out the Crusader.
Already attacked.
Not the best line to play in the world, but hey. I'm pretty worried about this game, to be honest, because if my opponent does start playing the big minions, I really don't deal with them that well, unless he starts playing like lots of big minions, in which case I can betray all of them. 2 big minions I can deal with, 1 big minion I can't, if that makes sense. And this world's a strange place sometimes. I can at least kind of trade with that guy. I don't really like it, but I still got to do it.
Hey, lights out.
Attack, there we go.
I'll put it on your head.
It would have made more sense to play the Brewmaster, return the Harvest Golem to my hand, and replay the Harvest Golem, because I revealed to him that I have a Harvest Golem in my hand the way I did it. And if I did it the other way, it wouldn't reveal that I had a Harvest Golem in hand. Pretty minor, but I gave my opponent information and I didn't need to. So that was a mistake.
It's time for a little blood.
Falling quite low here just because of my reliance on the weapon. I'm almost at the point where I really need to be playing betrayals just to get rid of them, even though I can use my weapon to kill his guy.
So many options.
Or I should say, even though I can, I don't know. It's tempting to just play the sprint. Let's see. Could run this guy in, run this guy in. I'm just gonna play the betrayal.
Here we go.
Getting a little bit of damage in. The thing is, I mean, 2 betrayals in hand really makes me not value them very highly. I'm starting to get worried about what my opponent has left in his hand, though. I think it's going to screw me over, whatever it is. swipe. Kinda handle. Natural mistake. What did he do wrong? Oh, he shouldn't have hero powered. That was his mistake. Well, I guess it's time for sprint. It's a lot of cards, can't deny it. I guess I played the minion, which is really weak against Starfall, but I'm not going to worry about getting Starfall.
Here we go.
Job done.
I don't think I played my other Eviscerate either, so I'm starting to get him down into the kill range if I can pick up that next Eviscerate. No, and he nourishes. Haha! I beat him at the card drawing game with Sprint. Not necessarily though, because he's got 5 mana and I only had 2, so he can do more. All I could do was sprint, draw cards, and play a Fairy Dragon. I'll see what his actual play is. It's probably going to be stronger than a Fairy Dragon. I take it all back. It's not going to be stronger than a Fairy Dragon. Alright, do I have lethal here? I've got 7 on board. The defender makes it 9. Yeah, I've got lethal.
My shield for Argus.
Well played.
And that's that. I can't believe he faceless manipulated my Fairy Dragon.
Well played.
Again, an opening hand kind of missing the things I want. I might keep the Razor Fen Hunter because he actually is a reasonably 3-drop, but you know what? I'm going to risk mulliganing him. I'm more concerned about the 1s and the 2s. Alright, the Ringleader, yeah. He's such an awkward card because he's just no good when you're playing first instead of second. It's not terrible. I mean, he's still a 2/2 for 2. You can pretend he's a pint-sized summoner if you really want.
Put this apple on your head.
Yeah, the Knife Juggler, eh? Wishing I had that Eviscerate now. It's interesting because I can play the Ringleader, but I think I'm just going to bite the bullet here and take 1,000,000 damage from this gnome. And by million, I probably mean 10 damage. Or 9. Taking 10 or 9 damage from his turn 1 play is not really acceptable. 10 damage from the gnome. Well, I think, you know, I can take 10 damage from a gnome. I can start the game at 20 life. You know, these things happen. Sometimes you start the game at 20 life. Yeah, I probably should have held on to my Eviscerate. Alright, so it's probably time for the Betrayal into the Ringleader. Seems like it's the play. Not a super good Betrayal, but hey. Mainly I just want to get the Ringleader out. Actually, now that I think about it, it was probably better to have maybe, I don't know. I just want to kill a stealth guy. I also could have played the Worgen Infiltrate in the SI7 agent, but I really didn't want to get hit by 4 more damage from the stealth guy. He can only fall so low. Stampeding Kodo. Well, I seem to have somehow, don't ask me how, wound up with board control.
Engaging TC1.
Oh, mind control attack.
Okay, sir.
You never expect the mind control attack, do you? So that was a really good play for him to kind of regain as much board control as he could. Now, what is my best play? Is it the SI7 agent?
So many.
I think it's the SI7 agent. Going for the SI7 agent play, which means Infiltrator into the SI7 agent, plus a hero power. Trade with the guy. And do a teensy little bit of damage. Still got the Defender of Argus in hand to pull the surprise super trade out. We've even got a Perdition's Blade. Can play both next turn even.
I must safeguard the land.
Oh. Okay, he destroys my weapon. That's obviously I'm not thrilled with that, but I don't really care that much. And it looks like it is going to be aforementioned to play them both. What the hell?
Play.
The minion placement bug just thwarted me. Oh well.
Hey, lights out.
You're looking at me.
Hmm. Stupid minion placement bug.
Behold the might of Stormwind.
Ugh. Guess I should trade with that guy. Alright, let's play the do I have lethal game. 9, 11, lethal.
Hey, lights out.
Alright, who cares?
With a breeze.
Ignore bugs that may or may not have happened.
No play. I'll put it on your head.
Because I got lethal. I'll just pretend that bug never happened. Alright, got a mulligan all these cards. Betrayal's just a bad card, I'm not sure why I have so many of it. It's not terrible, but you don't really want it. It's not what I want to see. I have an Eviscerate, which is okay. Loot order. I'm happy to see the loot order. Eviscerate's really good if they coin out a 2-drop. Like last game, you saw him play the Knife Juggler, something like that that you really just want to kill. There you have it. So I mean, you could play the loot order and hope the loot order trades with it, but odds are he's going to play another minion, and there's just too much chance that the loot order could get Knife Jugglered. So you got to just drop down the Eviscerate. So he's got the small tempo advantage the coin gained him, but all he gets out of it is a reinforce, so he's not getting a huge tempo advantage on me from the coin. Drop the Tauren Warrior. He might actually get enraged and be relevant. You never know. He doesn't have his coin anymore, so he can't do any shenanigans like True Silver Champion or, you know, Blessing of Kings. Nothing like that. He can silence me though. I'm fine with that. Let's see. Probably just gonna use my weapon and play loot order, I think. Yeah, sure, why not? The alternative would just be to play the charge guy. The only thing I'm not sure about is whether I want to take 1 more damage to my hero or 1 more damage to my Tauren Warrior. And I think the answer here is 1 more damage to my hero. Leave the Tauren Warrior at 2-2. Just in case he plays another recruit or something. I don't know, I can trade with it. It's not that likely that the warrior will find another 1 health guy to trade with, but I like to keep my options open sometimes. Huh. Now, what am I going to do? It's a bit awkward because I got all these 3-drops, a couple of them with combo that I can't really use sufficiently. I think I'm just going to play the 3-drop without combo and go to the face here.
Here we go.
Deal with that Twilight Drake on my next turn, hopefully. I'm not sure what. Still it's awkward because I've got 2 3-drops that I can play them both, but they both won't combo. I guess the Perdition Blade combo is pretty terrible. It's just doing 2 damage instead of 1 damage. You don't really need to worry about comboing that off.
Ready for action. Not on my watch.
Hey look, this guy that... Remember when I decided to take an extra damage to make him take one less damage? I think it's about to be relevant. Who would have thought? Well, maybe not, because I might just be... Well, we'll see.
You love my new recipe.
Swap the attack and health in my loot order. Dastardly fiend. Well, let's see.
Bring it on.
I want to kill this guy. I also want to... Play the Perdition's Blade and the SA7 agent, I guess. Or just the Deadly Poison and the SA7 agent. Or just the Deadly Poison and the Stormwind Knight. Yeah, I think I'll just play the Deadly Poison and the Stormwind Knight here.
For the king!
I have quite a few options. This one seems like the best of my choices, though.
Hey, give me that.
Already attacked.
Still leaving this Twilight Drake on the board, who is yet to take damage. What a cheating Twilight Drake. Ah, Consecrate. Oh well. Needs to draw a card out of it.
Reporting for duty.
Well. I think it's time to kill the Twilight Drake. I can do it with my Perdition Blade and my SI7 agent. The question is, do I want to? I think the answer is that yes, I do want to get rid of that annoying card.
Here we go.
Perdition's Blade it, and then SI7 agent it.
For honor.
I don't feel like trading with his 1-1. His 1-1 can live. It's not really a favorable trade. Darren Hammers of Wrath. That card always annoys me. Just like they're killing your minion for free. It's cruel and unusual, I say. This turn is a touch awkward because I just don't want to do anything. I guess that I just play the Harvest Golem and the SA7 agent and knock out his boar guy. I guess so. Maybe we should just play the Boulder Fist Ogre instead. Nah, well. Next turn I've got 9 mana, which would be enough for the Ogre and one of the 3 drops. Could just play the Golem and the Defender of Argus? No. Yeah, screw it, I'm just gonna kill this guy.
This guy's toast.
Here we go.
Not really a great play for me there. I don't know, I almost wish I had the Ogre on the board just because he's such a threatening presence. Oh bother. I'm quite low now.
Reporting for duty.
I can't really afford to take 5 damage by running my weapon into the big guy, so I'm gonna have to run Golem into it. I can definitely take 1 damage. Well, It's iffy, but I'm gonna
Here
do it.
we go.
I'm not gonna leave him with a minion on the board to Blessing of Kings. The thing here is, I should probably play the Defender of Argus because what kills me? Like a Leroy would kill me. Any kind of charge minion. I don't know, there's a lot of things that will kill me if I don't play the Defender of Argus, but I'm not going to do it. I'm taking a huge risk here by not playing the Defender of Argus, and it's just not a good idea. It is not a safe play in any stretch of the imagination.
I've got a huge plan.
Looks like I may be about to get away with it though. Operation Greed has succeeded. May as well give my big dumb minions taunt. Or my little ones. Yeah, I'll give it to the little ones.
For Argus.
Alright. I got a ton of damage on board. I got very little life.
Pass me that arc light scatter.
Opponent wastes 4 of his mana.
Not on my
He wastes 6 of his mana. Defender of Argus. Oh, Sunfury Protector. Similar.
X marks the spot.
Let me see here. This guy has to attack there. I can pop that shield off with my weapon. Oh god, I think I'm a damage short of lethal. Can knock this guy out. I can pop the shield off. Finish it off with 6, and then 10 left. Oh fuck, I'm a damage short of lethal. Oh well. Let's see here. It still means I have to hit this guy. I'm still gonna take the 2 damage.
Go.
I may just hit it with this guy instead, because the other 2 minions are more useful. Yep. And continue to trade, I guess, because I don't have lethal.
the breeze.
That minion already attacked.
Alright, the game goes on. Oh god, I knew I wasn't dead to Hammer of Wrath, but tell me I'm not still dead to Hammer of Wrath.
Reporting for duty. My shield for Argus.
Oh, thank god.
Well played.
And take out that guy, and this guy, and kaboom. The victory, the 1 health victory. I was worried about that one. Alrighty, so the sprint you don't want in your hand, neither is Stampeding Kodo. Luthor is not very good against a mage, but he's still a 2-drop, I'm still gonna keep him. Even if he does just get pinged, I'm gonna play the Fairy Dragon instead. It's much more resilient, stays on the board. Probably not gonna get very many easy wins from here on out. You can tell by my last one it was a close thing. Once you get this high, you know, the 5 wins range, you start finding opponents that are not easy to deal with. So play the dragon. Hopefully he doesn't play like a Murloc guy that summons 2 Murlocs and Knife Juggler hits my guy twice or anything like that. Fairy Dragon should be able to kill the Knife Juggler. It would be very unlucky if he didn't get it. I suppose a Bluegill Warrior could take out my Fairy Dragon, for instance. But people don't really draft that card very highly, so I wouldn't expect to see it.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Sorcerer's Apprentice. He got a bit lucky and had his Knife Juggler hit me. Well, I got a Betrayal, so I can trade with both of his minions here. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Yeah, it seems like the play. I don't want this stupid Sorcerer's Apprentice to live. Too dangerous. And I also don't want to like try rushing the mage down. It's a bad idea against a mage. She's already got a head start on me, especially. It's a bad idea. I haven't played this Yeti very much, have I? He's just stopped showing up. I could play the Brewmaster instead, but the Brewmaster just straight up trades with the Kirantor, whereas the Yeti trades and survives with 1 health, which is a little bit better. Obviously the mage can fire blast him because mages are cheaters, but such is life. What's he got? Polymorph? Polymorph. Alright. These things happen. My SI7 agent can still... Yeah. I don't think I really want to play the Defias guy quite yet. Play him in a bit. I've got to play this SI7 agent first. The sheep is getting revenge. Revenge of the sheep. Never count the sheep out. You can sheep my minion, but it's still gonna kill something. I'm surprised they made sheeps 1/1s in this game. It's kind of awkward. It's funny, but really, sheeps have an attack. It just doesn't seem right. I guess they wanted to make sheep and hex different, so they made one of them have an attack. Maybe they could have just given the sheep 2 health or something. Who knows? So. Weapon, Deadly Poison, and Ringleader? Probably. Alternatively, I could just play the Ogre. But Weapon, Deadly Poison, and Ringleader seems stronger than just an Ogre. Maybe not, though. The Ogre is pretty big and dumb and scary. I'll just play the Ogre.
Hey, lights out.
I got a big dumb minion on the board now. Next turn I can always do lots of different stuff. We'll see. He's got another polymorph. Well, I guess the big dumb minion play is pretty weak against polymorph, but since he already played 1, I kind of figured that I wouldn't see another polymorph, but I was mistaken. These things happen. I'll just play the Brewmaster onto the empty board and draw up the Torn Warrior as well. He can Flame Strike 2 for 1 me, but honestly, you can't play around never getting 2 for 1 by Flame Strike. It's just not going to work out for you. It is going to happen. So I can backstab this guy and run my Brewmaster into it to essentially just get 2 for 1 to buy it. Or I can save the backstab, rely on him having to walk into the Torn Warrior, and then the other guy. Alright, I'm doing this is a bit awkward because I'm playing Deadly Poison, but I'm not actually going to use my weapon this turn. Actually, you know what? I can't leave my board. Can't leave so much stuff on the board against a mage. What am I, stupid? I'm not stupid. You gotta trade. The only thing is if you want to attack with your weapon or not. I kind of regret playing the Deadly Poison. I almost wish I hadn't played the Deadly Poison. I do wish I hadn't played the Deadly Poison, because then I just would have attacked with the weapon, and now I'm trying to save the weapon for some reason. That was a mistake. I was just torn between 2 lines of play, and I changed from one to the other kind of the last second. So. I guess I'll roll it out this way. Whoops, that's not really the way I wanted to do it, is it?
This guy's toast.
Oh well. I'm not doing very well this game. Which is awkward to say because I got stuff on the board, but when the mage has got stuff in the hand, I don't think I'm ahead. I'm assuming one of those is a Flame Strike and she's just playing it safe. See. Waiting for me to run the stuff in the hand so she can regain control post Flame Strike. The mage should be able to win from this position. She's pretty far ahead. She's got the card advantage on me. She's got plenty of life. Come down who's got stronger plays. I still had a sprint, which is kind of an okay card to draw in this position. I think I lost my Boulder Fist Ogre. Did I have 2 Boulder Fist Ogres? I think I might have had 2. The Kodo onto the empty board is honestly a pretty weak play, but doing it anyways. I'm not going to de-stealth my Infiltrator.
Get ready.
I assume he's got like another Flame Strike or something. Mages that get this high tend to have multiples of Flame Strike. You really have to be able to kill them pretty quick, or Blizzard. Same difference.
I've got the beast in my sights.
I've got the beast in my sights. Yes, yes you do, Mr. Big Game Hunter.
Ready, sir.
Here we go.
This one's going to be a pretty slow game. Lots of turns with not much action. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, I think. If he's got a Pyroblast though, he's just about got me dead. He's probably going to Pyroblast me if he has it. Just go to the face and take me down to 1 and kill me on his next turn.
X marks the spot.
No Pyroblast. But still getting to be rather low. The good news is my board trades pretty well at this point. He's still got 6 mana to do something though. What's he got? Fireball? Fireball. Does he have another Fireball? Frost thing? Frost thing. Alright. I don't think I have any life gain in my deck, which means that I don't think I can kill him in time. I have to trade with all his minions as efficiently as possible, which is like this. I could get him pretty low on my next turn, depending on what I draw, but not going to be able to kill him. Let's see, Infiltrator, Eviscerate.
Here we go.
Bam!
Well played.
Alright, well I got the Ringleader and I'm going second, that's pretty good. I guess I'll keep the SI7 agent. Yeah, he can stay. The rest goes. Alright, kinda interesting. So I lost a game to a mage that had both board sweepers and direct damage, and if I had to pick the type of deck that is the deck that kills me most frequently, that would definitely be it. Mages that have both Flame Strikes, Blizzards, and Fireballs, and Frostbolts. Fire Blast optional. You don't really need Pyroblast. It's not really even that much better than Fireball. But yeah, Flame Strikes plus Fireballs is death. Alright, that wasn't really a great turn of events for me. I'm gonna save my weapon charge here. His 1-drop plus his hero power traded with my 1-drop plus my coin. Now he's playing the stupid engineer lady. I'm just gonna kill this engineer. Get out of here, engineer. Not playing the Worgen like I did earlier. I'm saving the Worgen to combo with the SI7 agent. Get some extra value, hopefully. Hopefully not lose to 2 mages in a row. That would be depressing. Huh, he plays a... okay. This is slightly interesting now because I can, let's see... Well... I think I'm just going to play Infiltrator, the SI7 agent. Now the thing here is I have my choice of who I would like to kill. I could just use the Infiltrator to kill him, or use the Infiltrator and the weapon to kill the worm. think I ever so slightly want to just kill the Shattered Sun Cleric and end my turn. If he doesn't have a spell, then, or if he doesn't play a spell, then I can deal with that guy pretty easily. If he does have a spell, then he's now a 3/4. That's okay, I can still kill it with my 2 cards in my hand, or my card on the board plus my weapon, right? Or I could just backstab it? Huh. Backstab it and save the weapon? Or backstab it and save the minion? I think I might just backstab it and save the weapon.
Ready, sir.
Probably not the right play. Should have saved the minion. But the minion can just get fire blasted. Who knows? Not me, I'm bad.
The Frost Wolves stand ready.
Frostwolf Warlord onto the empty board. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, so now I can play a big dumb minion, or I can play 2 minions and get flame striked. Now I'm gonna play the big dumb minion, but if he gets polymorphed, like what happened last time, I'll be slightly sad.
You insist.
Oh yeah, last time the mage, he had, not only did he have board sweeper, single target, he also had polymorphs. He had like all the spells. This one's got Cone of Cold. Eh. Yeah, 2 betrayals. I'm gonna drop the Torn here. If we have Flame Strike, so be it. I'll still have a Boulder Fist Ogre and a Damage Golem post Flame Strike, so it's not a total blowout.
Don't mess with Tusker.
I think it's finally time to play one of these betrayals. And also finally time to use this darn weapon charge I've been hoarding for goodness only knows how long.
Here we go.
The only real question is if I want to run the Boulder Fist Ogre into the minion, and I think the answer here is... still probably no. I like damage. Me smash, says the Boulder Fist Ogre. There's the Flame Strike. These things happen. So it's good that I didn't trade with this minion, because this minion ended up trading with me instead. Basically I just got the 6 damage in through that decision. Yeah. Perdition's Blade is not really a very effective play here.
We go.
I'll save the blade. You should be highly suspicious of the fact that I played nothing. And when your opponent's got 2 cards in hand and they do nothing, something strange is going on. Also, if you notice that something strange in this case means betrayal, could just mean assassinate. It's probably not expecting the Perdition's Blade. It's just not really that much better than my normal weapon. If you're not going to combo it out, or if you're not going to use it to kill minions, or
Give me a quest.
I don't know a reason to play it right away. Let's see. Looks like I have to take out this questing adventurer.
Here we go.
Not doing too well here, honestly. Just like last game, when you start getting down to low cards against a mage, probably not gonna win. Not with this deck, at least. So I got an Eviscerate going, but he's got his Taunt Wall active. Do I just take out one of his little mirror images? I guess that's what I gotta do.
Suck steel,
Here
swine.
we go.
Not feeling very confident.
Well played.
Sounds like he has a Pyroblast. There you have it. The end of an arena run. This mage definitely wasn't as strong as the last mage. I think he killed me faster, but really the last mage just had a much more slow controlling deck. He took his time with me, the last mage did. I think if those mages played each other, the first mage would beat the second mage. But 5 wins, kind of okay. Bit disappointed when anytime you lose 2 in a row to end your run, it's a bit of a letdown, but hey, these things happen. Again, this is the most pathetic, like, you think 5 wins, you should, like, really get a good return, but all you get is 5 more gold than you paid in, plus completely useless dust. And the reason I say dust is completely useless is because I'll just go to my collection really quick. Because I don't craft things. Look at all my dust, 2,000 dust. Who crafts things? Not me. I just hoard my dust endlessly. We'll see what I get in my pack and then wrap things up. SI7 agent. Well, I guess that's appropriate at least, since I had 2 of them in the draft. They didn't do as much as I really would have liked. They did a fair bit. It's not like they'll single-handedly win games for you. They're just a pretty efficient turn 3 play. If you can comp them out with a backstab or a coin, they're fantastic. A lot of the time you saw me comboing them out on turn 4 with a 1-drop. It's a pretty reasonable card. Anyways, QXC, over and out. Thanks for watching.